All right, it's 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Good
All
morning.
right.
Yeah, good morning to everybody. Welcome to Diamond Training. Today, I was going to say today we have a very interesting topic. We have skills and communication, sales and communication skills for women entrepreneurs by Ms. Audrey. I'll give her time to introduce herself and say all her accolades. But again, I want to welcome everybody
Mhm.
and those who are watching through social media. Please mute your mic when you do come in. And those on social media, please just leave your comments if you have any questions in the comment section, and then we can attend to them. So I'll hand over to you, Ms. Audrey, please.
Thank you, Mr. Johannes. I'm so excited to be here, one of the very first. So my name is Ms. Audrey Chavasis, and I am the executive founder of Sync Majestic Investment CC. Basically, Sync Majestic Investment CC is where we use our skills and expertise to network and to empower and to improve the operations of our clients. This means that we want to assist you with what we have and what we know to take you to the next step. And then we also want to be an equal opportunity employer and to provide the best customer service with the highest form of commitment and dedication. And what I will be talking today is basically assisting you as a female entrepreneur to realize what traits and personalities you need to excel in your venture. We will be talking about what Sync Majestic, my company, does, and then I'll give you contact information, and then a few definitions as well as the skills, and then at the end, we will have a question and answer session. So I hope everybody is on board. Please take notes. Also comment, tell us what you think of each and every topic or definition. There are giveaways, Mr. Katole.
Oh, there's
There are
giveaway.
giveaways.
Oh,
Yes, there'll
okay.
be giveaways as well. I'll put them all in your hands.
Okay.
So feel free to pick and choose randomly.
Okay, perfect.
So we will now continue with Sync Majestic. I explained who we are and what we do. And then the services that we have, firstly, is business marketing and communication. This is where we assist our clients to achieve effective business communication. This is done through very, very basic goals. Receiver understanding, receiver response, and then always building a favorable relationship. As a business marketing, we need to assist clients by setting out its long-term, first of all, and then short-term objectives, which we will provide clients with direction and purpose for creating these long-term and short-term objectives. Firstly, what we find very important is a positive image, a positive customer satisfaction. You need to be aware what satisfies your customers. And then most importantly, corporate social responsibility. Yes, it's always good to do something for money and recognition and so forth, but going the extra mile to better your community, to better the students, to better your operation process, that's very important. And then lastly, brand awareness. Where do you associate your brand with? Who do you associate your brand with? And being one of our first projects being focusing on females, I think brand awareness is quite important. You want to associate yourself with the correct persons, with the correct females, with the correct projects to further your brand. So that is what we do. And then moving on, we do a project management. Yes, it's good to have a project in your mind, a project written down, a plan or something. However, when it comes to execution in real life, Mr. Katole, I can tell you that sometimes the idea sounds good in your mind, but in reality, it does not.
Yeah, that's true.
So we assist our clients with identifying specific deliverables, features, and using a realistic budget to implement and execute these projects. And this projects, the scope of this project usually differs from project to project. I mean, one project has a long lifespan than the other. There's sustainable projects as well. So we really assist our clients by going the extra mile to inform them what exactly is needed to execute this specific project. And then another thing that we have is business consulting and proposal drafting. Like I mentioned, something sounds good in your head, in your mind. As soon as you start putting down all the deliverables, it does not really go very well. So we assist you in identifying, if I can say, a specific angle, a specific angle on how to approach and then how to execute this, and we do this through consulting. We serve as professional advisors to help companies achieve their goals or to streamline their operations. This is now in a particular area of business, such as marketing, supply chain management, HR, operations, sales, and then security. Among this, what is also very important is professionalism. So we do tell our clients that it's very important to have a business profile. It's very important to have a proper legal registration. So we take you through those processes. I mean, executive summary is very important. If you're networking somewhere and you meet Mr. Kotole, for instance, then you need to have the proper documentation in terms of your executive summary, who are your founders, who is involved in your business profile, what exactly do you guys do, pricing and terms and conditions. It's always good to have that handy. I mean, if you don't prepare, then you're preparing to fail. So that's also another area that we do assist our clients in identifying. And then this, again, it varies according to the scope and nature of each business. And lastly, something that's booming, Mr. Kotele, you have to tell me if this is really, really booming. But according to our research, digital and graphic design is.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely 100% correct. It is booming. Yeah, it is. We have seen an upsurge in graphic design. Even in the training institutions that offer it, I think NAS is thinking of offering a diploma in graphic design. So this has really, in fact, even for us as trainers, we're thinking of maybe making or starting a conference for graphic designers. So this is you're absolutely right, Ms. Audrey.
Yeah, I think that would be a very, very good idea. And this is basically where we initiate what is the commonality between digital design and graphic design. Both are a form of visual communication. We are the creative directors as Think Majestic. We give designs according to your client's products, ideas, and vision. And graphic design and digital design is not really only what you can do online, it's what you can do in and around your community, in and around your country. So there you have the radios, you have the billboards, I mean, you have the posters. So when we add digital design that involves movement, which is animations, I think that is the new way that everything is going. Animations look more attractive, they're more catchy, and once you do the animation, it allows you to use the animation at a cheaper cost, if you understand what I'm saying. You won't need to really go pay someone to use that animation. You can use your platforms, and as long as it's catchy, then people are going to be attracted to that basic product or service that you are offering. So I'm really into that animation. You can download softwares to teach you. Yes, get a mentor, but it's very important that you also know each and every area of your business. And that is what Think Majestic does. Our contact information is on the slide. You can either contact 081-623-6689. That's my number. And then my partner's number is 081-359-6185. That is Mr. Karasap. Our email address is there. I will show this again so that you guys are just equipped with all our information. So, Mr. Katole, before we continue, I would like to look at the participants that want to tune in so that I can just accept their invites. Okay. Okay, I see everybody else is added. So as we continue, we were just discussing our business profile, that is Think Majestic, and then what we do, contact information is there. So now we can dive right into the focus of today. This focus is going to be on soft skills. This is better known as personal traits or attributes. And being a project of Majestic Talks, I wanted to focus more on the females, so that we can just assist and help each other to achieve optimum capacity, if I can say that. So where females are involved these days is dominating male industries. Females are out there raising the bar. They are going for top management positions. They're challenging males in their professions. And this webinar will assist in identifying, first of all, and then portraying soft skills needed as a female entrepreneur to achieve personal traits that will increase effective interaction within your workplace. Or if you are the entrepreneur itself, then you are the boss. So how can you effectively communicate in terms of sales and in terms of communication within your workplace? And the way I understand entrepreneurship, this is really wide. You can define this through personal experience, as in what is an entrepreneur. This basically for me has more questions than answers, because it does not, for female, it won't bother you to become an entrepreneur these days. Women are going for all those challenging positions. They want to make a name for themselves. They want to build an empire. And if you are a female and you want to be a true entrepreneur, then you have to thrive on uncertainty and not be paralyzed by it. Take every opportunity as it comes, make the best out of it, and always remember the consistency. Consistency is key. And we are aligning this entrepreneurship to sales and marketing. I believe that these are the two most important skills that you need to have when you want to start your business. So when you want to start your business, that's what you, those are the two factors that you definitely need. And then when we look at a business is nothing if it does not have a customer base. And that's where you start. Customer base will lead you to revenues and to profits in the long run. To get customers, basically, you must be able to market your product and to possess the skills that drive the sales. That's very important. So as you plan your business, you must begin to think, how do I reach my target audience? Meaning the people who I'm catering for, what type of products am I providing? So this implies that you understand the concept of marketing, the price, the product, the place, and the location, the price, the product, and your target audience. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Katole? Just making sure one more time to add all of the participants who want to be a part of this webinar. We are focusing on the skills and traits a female entrepreneur needs to have to achieve effective interaction within the workplace. And this will create effective communication, and this will increase the sales. So let's continue. Basically, what type of skills that I will be focusing on today is transferable skills. You have personal traits, and then you have knowledge-based. So when we say transferable, we mean actions that are taken to perform a specific task. And this is usually based on your ability and your aptitude, to promote, to analyze, to organize, to record, to feedback. And then we have personal traits. This is usually your personality characteristics that are contributed to performing this specific work. So this will depend on childhood and through life experience, as mentioned. Are you patient? Are you diplomatic? Are you result driven? Are you motivational? And then the lastly, we have knowledge base, knowledge of specific subjects. These are basically your procedures, your information necessary to perform specific tasks. And this, I believe, is acquired through education and training and on-the-job experience. I mean, do you have your personal administration when you got into this job? How do you manage contracts within your employment as well as accounting? So those are one of the factors that I can say that are types of skills needed to perform specific tasks. And what we are focusing on today is basically your personal traits and your aptitudes, like your characteristics. I believe that some people are born with different characteristics than another, but how are you handling stress? You know, how are you motivating yourself? How are you being motivated? So those are the type of skills that we will be focusing on today. The first one I would have to mention is be proactive. You're, as a business owner, nobody's going to come and save you unless you save yourself. So being proactive is described as somebody that gets things done. You don't sit back, wait for anyone to help you make things happen. Instead of waiting for these things to happen, you are proactively aligning your character to take intentional decisions. This is helping you create your environment and your future and your fate. Example that I can give, Mr. Kotel, is how many times have you had your parent or a family member shouting at you, oh, please stand up, start washing the dishes, go mow the lawn. What they were doing is they were preparing you and coaching you and teaching you not to be lazy and just sit around, but to start taking care of your environment. While you're washing those dishes, I'm sure that you find easier ways to get them washed, done, and dusted. So this is the same with business. I mean, if you're just sitting there doing nothing, waiting for somebody to come and save your business, that is not going to happen. And then the characteristics that are aligned with it that I would mention is, yes?
I don't know, sorry, just go ahead, sorry.
Okay, if you want to add something, feel free and let me know. So I have Ms. Gomo saying that I want to give away. Not a problem, Ms. Gomo. I need you to comment anything related to this topic, anything related to how females can use their soft skills to advance and improve sales and communication within their organization. So going back to the first point, being proactive, don't just sit around waiting for someone to come and save your business. I'm sure that when you go into business, you're doing it for a specific reason. It's whether you're following your passion or whether you want to make money or whether it's you want to dominate the male industries, prove a point, build your empire. You can do all of this by being proactive. Think beyond short term. So when you start your business, I'm sure you've set a goal, isn't it? I'm sure you have made plans for your business. Make sure that your vision is clear and that your mission is clear as well. Prioritize, prioritize, prioritize. If your first goal is to get your target audience to find out and be familiar with your business, then start doing that. Create discussion groups, create brainstorm sessions where you can either say, okay, I am in the industry of fashion. Who is really fashion orientated these days? And I would say it's the youth. So how do you incorporate the youth into this brand? I mean, where does the youth socialize? What do they watch? What do they do? And how do they do? Most of the things that I see really are on social media. So if you want to be proactive, use social media to find out where you can prioritize. You need to read, you need to be able to listen what exactly the market is saying out there. And then the second thing is being proactive really allows you to become creative. It allows you to find different solutions to problems. And this leads to innovation ways of doing business. So if you have business and you either want to solve a problem or you want to make money, either way, find an easier way to make your product accessible. I would say gather new ideas and resources, use technology that works for you. And one of the other things doing market research that you see is booming out there is creating apps. Guys, it's not that easy to create an app. All you need to know is that once you start the step, there's always room for improvement. So have the basics on the app, have the basic on the app where you can get this product, how you can get it. I mean, get an alert to your customers once they have the app downloaded. It makes it more easier for this specific target audience to realize what is new on the market instead of you using other types of communication ways. Use direct links when you post on social media. I understand that there was a seminar last week on social media, and it really emphasized on that point. Use direct links from your website. If you post something on Facebook, have a link to your website. On your website, there can be much more information that will be relating or accessible to your clients. And then find better ways to engage with your clientele. Get weekly feedback sessions, get weekly discussions. Even if you're not going to sell something, visit your clients. Ask them, hey, Meme, how are you doing today? No, I'm good, I'm good. How did you find the facial product I sent last week as a sample? And that's how you get to improve your product. And that's how you get to engage with your clientele. And those are the many areas that you don't want to skip that can possibly increase your sales. So be proactive. Think of ways that you can interact with your clients. And then being proactive has a very, very good advantage because you get to access and analyze the market that you're operating in. Remember, you don't operate in isolation. So it's either you're in competition with another business as a female, or you are in collaboration. And that is the only way that you can create an opportunity to capitalize on it. So it is very important. Things are changing, people. Things are changing every day. I mean, look at what we are doing with the webinar. We are not physically bringing you guys in a group. We're not charging anything, but we are here to act as mentors. And when you access a certain market, you want to change with this market. So things that worked previously is not necessarily going to work now, and it might not give you the results that you require now. So if you're a customer, you want the newest, you want the most advanced, you want the most convenient, and you want to cater for your clients. So be proactive. Evaluate small opportunities that you see might be beneficial. Another example I would say is when business owners come to the market and give you business. That was done in the past. These business owners were usually your ministries, your World Health, your UNDPs. They would come and say, okay, guys, Think Majestic, for example, I have this business proposal. I want you to come up with a concept. I want you to come up with a concept to execute it. And then I want a feedback report. But guys, things are not working that way. And if you're female, you know that you need to step up harder than the next person, first of all, harder than the male. So what I would advise is go out there and look for opportunities. What you can do is you cannot wait for a company to come to you anymore. It doesn't work that way. You look for opportunities on Facebook, websites, 10 pop-up markets. There's a lot of opportunities when you look at the finer detail. It's good to see the final objective, but when you look in detail, you realize, how can I improve this operation? Where can I make this extra money that I'm falling behind on, example, the production of your specific product. So look for opportunities in those finer details, and that can be achieved by being proactive. Do research while somebody else is sleeping. I mean, it's good to be active during the day, but when you have time at night to sit down while the world is not so busy, then I would advise you do sit down. Another example that I can give is what is new on the market. Use that to campaign and make sure that it's in line with your business and product offering. So for example, another example that I can give is sit back, brainstorm on constitutional traits and needs that we have within Namibia. One would be all persons are equal. Every Namibian child deserves basic education. So, another example would be use violence against women as a campaign. Why can't you find opportunity in that? When I say that, I mean every Namibian child deserves basic education. If you're a teacher, why do you feel like you need to work from 7 to 1 o'clock? Why can't you get extra activities to assist in your community? And when you do that, you charge extra. If you say all persons are equal, why can't you start a campaign or online virtual school or something that teaches everybody who does not have access to the Constitution? And when I say you teach, I don't just mean pretend that you are a lawyer, Mr. Kotole. I mean sit down, read, evaluate, and then assist the next person to understand that. So those are the finer details. What I see is start online programs. Find the opportunity in using your phone for more than just posting on social media, for more than just calling on opportunities. This means take your phone, use the camera to your advantage, and capture moments that can create an opportunity for you, and then capitalize on those opportunities. Like Mr. Katole, what I did yesterday with this webinar is I set up a little space in my house, and when I received the sponsorship items from FNB, they were like, no, it's fine, you can take it and further this. I was like, no, but how would people know about this? I took my phone, I made a quick video, and I posted it on all the platforms that has the webinar information. So that is basically being proactive as well. And then if you have a specific product that you want to align your product to other projects, why is it that you're not part of the Dubai Expo? Why is it that you have not contacted, let's say, the NIPBD? They're always having information out there in the media to assist you as a business to achieve a higher level of satisfaction with your products. Another opportunity of being proactive, I would say, is align your product or offering to a specific day. What I realize nowadays is that most of the items or projects are aligned to a specific date. Like we have African Child Day. If you as a female entrepreneur don't find business or business is going slow, why can't you identify specific days that you can use to capitalize on your product or service offering? If it's African Child Day and you're a manufacturer, why can't you use your skills to approach the ministries, for example, approach companies for sponsorship on a campaign of I am the African child? These are all things that will assist you into improving your sales. It's going to assist you with brand awareness and how you communicate to the market on your product offerings. And it's going to make it efficient for you when you are in this business trade to constantly remind yourself, be proactive, be proactive, be proactive, and then step up. Yeah. And then what I see goes together with being proactive is usually collaboration. So that's our second point. Female entrepreneurs need to support and to guide one another. This is one of the major reasons why female entrepreneurs receive significantly less, let me say, market share. Learn to collaborate. You might have the time, the next female might have financial resources, the next female might have the network, the next female might have the operations. So as a female entrepreneur, market, if I can say, look at what the next female is doing. Assist, volunteer, collaborate. Most importantly is make sure that your business strategies are in line with the next female's strategies or objectives. Let me see, somebody else is commenting, Ms. Gomo. You are 100% correct. I will connect my product to one of these campaigns, Mr. Katole. Somebody else wants to connect with you on another platform.
Oh, no, I think maybe Ms. Gomo was meaning when you were
Mhm.
talking about your connecting to one of the campaigns, African Child Day.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm. But perfect. You can carry on. You can carry on. I think the comments are good.
Okay, let's see. So collaboration. Make sure that your business or your product allows you to be innovative in the entrepreneurial process to exploit new opportunities. And this is together with another entrepreneur. This will enable female entrepreneurs to harness markets. Who doesn't want to do that? To cut down cost. Who doesn't want to do that? To reach a new audience. Very, very important. Whatever your product is out there communicating to the market, you want to keep your existing clients and targets, but you also want to increase your potential clients because that will allow you to receive back clients, that will allow you to increase sales. And by sharing and collaborating, what you're basically going to do is you're going to be sharing skills. So you'll know what you are skillful at. It's a very good evaluation for you as the female entrepreneur. You will gain new strengths because you understand how another female entrepreneur works, how her operations are, and then you'll be able to share resources. So those are basically one of the benefits of a collaboration. And then my favorite African proverb, if you want to go fast, what do? You go alone. But if you want to go far, you have to go together. So going far is more beneficial. Yes, there'll be hiccups, there'll be challenges, but remember, when you're doing it together, you can go far. And when you go far, it means you have built a strong foundation. You have built a strong base, and it will take a lot to shake you from that strong foundation. And then moving on, get into the habit of feeding of a female. So what this basically means is see one another as role models and learn how to network. Female entrepreneurs, whether you're in the hierarchy of a network, whether you're already employed by someone, you're working under someone, there can be a lot of benefits. It is not just at the top management, which a female cannot be touched, but it's to increase the number of women investors, women who already are mentors or want to become mentors. And by this, you are investing back into the next generation of females. So this point I have really is talking about if you're not yet in the entrepreneur industry, if you are working for someone and you're looking in the lines of becoming a female entrepreneur, where you are, make networks. I'm not saying use your position to benefit only you. I'm saying use your position to make your name heard. That when you go out of this industry, you have people that you can use as mentors. And remember, if a female comes to you and she's so inspired by you, you yourself, you feel so motivated, you feel so humbled. And who does not want to be the teacher? Come on. Who doesn't want to sit back and say, I made it, I made you this person that you are, you know? I think that's a very, very good feeling when you know that somebody else has also invested in you. Number two, collaboration. Yes, I'm specifically talking to females, but remember, ladies, we don't work in isolation. I still feel that men are extremely confident since the day they were born, and there is something that you can definitely benefit from these men. You want that collaboration to see how a male mind works when it comes to business, how forthcoming they are, and like this is the area where the student becomes the teacher. So once you acquire all the skills and traits from collaborating with a male, then you can go forth, look at your generation, and then you can go teach the next female. And then we move on to the third point, and this is emotional intelligence, ladies. Just like men, I believe, are born confident and so forthcoming and so strong and so masculine, females are born with emotional attachment. It is in our nature already. We are the mothers, we are the nurturers. And once you master emotional intelligence, there will be no looking back from them. So when I say emotional intelligence, I'm talking about the ability to understand and to manage your emotions as a boss, as a business lady, as an entrepreneur. You cannot not be making very, very important decisions while or with emotional attachment. So this is the ability to understand and to manage your emotions and those around you. Building a business is not for the faint-hearted. Just know that. You cannot have a soft heart when you're doing business. You need to be able to put your foot down. And this is very important when it comes to building relationships. This is important to reducing team stress and to diffuse conflict and to improve job satisfaction. As a female entrepreneur, to be seen as a leader and successful, you need to know how to set your emotions aside, put them at the back. Use your head instead of your hand. When you make decisions based on your emotions or your employees' emotions, you are seen as somebody who's unstable. I mean, plain flat, I need to say you're seen as somebody who's unstable, you're seen as somebody who doesn't know what you're doing, and that is unprofessional. That won't help you build relations. It won't help you diffuse conflict, and it won't improve job satisfaction. Your employees are going to see how unstable you are. They're not going to take you seriously. And once employees see that they are not taken or they don't take you seriously, what are they going to do? They're going to go around looking for opportunities. And I'm sure there was a reason that you chose this specific employee. There was a reason that you chose this specific job, this specific profession that you are in. So yes, we are created in a way that we are more intact with our emotions, but to be intact with our emotions, it won't help us to succeed. And here I'm going to add another quote. It's not an American quote or phrase. Act like a lady, but think like a man. Sit there and think strategically. Sit there and find out how can I overcome this emotional intelligence. Um, how am I going to be self-aware? You know, how is my body language in terms of my moods today, in terms of my emotions, in terms of who has belittled me? Yes, let them do what they're doing. Feel belittled, turn around, cry, wipe your face, and then turn around and face your audience. It's important to know the difference. Know when to or know what is going to motivate you to not act on your emotions. Know what your weaknesses are, know what your strengths are, and then with that you need to place boundaries. I get this a lot when I'm discussing this female empowerment, this majestic talks, and yeah, what happens is men don't really take you seriously. Remember, you are in business to make money. You're in business to build an empire. You need to look beyond that. You need to put your pride aside. You need to put aside that idea of you need to show up, you need to dominate, you need to put your foot down in an aggressive way. No, you can do all of these, but you need to know the difference. You need to know that, yes, I have males working under me. And yes, I want to show them that I equally deserve this business. I equally deserve this position. And that you do through emotional intelligence. And I swear it's going to take you a lot to identify this, but read books, know what motivates you, place those boundaries. And then that emotional intelligence, as you can see in the slides, go together with confidence. Confidence goes hand in hand with risk taking. So we have emotional intelligence, we have confidence, and then risk. Calculate your risks. If you're emotionally attached to something and your decision is not beneficial, it's going to put your business at a risk. You're not there to be a failure. You're there to make mistakes and to learn. You're there to also identify which traits are stronger and which traits are weaker. And when it comes to success, confidence counts a lot. You need to hold your head up. Whether it's if you are a female who's in the entrepreneur or looking to ascend to top positions, this is established within established companies. Confidence is a must. Meaning, when it comes to being bold, when it comes to taking calculated risks, you need to have the confidence to make tough decisions. And these tough decisions are basically the ones that are going to enable growth. They are going to enable sales. For example, if you're selling a specific product, then you need to make sure that you're not aligning your confidence away from your sales. When you sell something, you need to breathe, talk, eat, sleep that specific brand or product, and you need to do it confidently without doubt. Yes, go back to your research, get a mentor, be assisted, change your strategies. But when people see you, when people look at you, they need to know without a doubt, this lady has confidence in her brand. This lady has confidence in what she's talking about, what she's selling, and so forth. And that again goes hand in hand with communication skills. If you're well aware of your emotions, you're going to use the best communication tools to get product out there. You're going to use your best traits and techniques to put across your brand to your target audience. So a lack of emotional intelligence or equipment can negatively impact your communication. When you are a leader and you need to set clear visions and to motivate the rest of the team. Therefore, communication is key. Learn to talk clear, learn to talk concise. And I would say every day is a stone, a learning curve. You started to into entrepreneurship because you know a thing or two, what you're selling, what you're talking about, the market, meaning you're not clueless. Come on, you're not clueless. Use the correct written and verbal communications to get your point across. Choose a medium carefully. When you hire a new employee, I think the medium that needs to happen first is the written. Get the employee a proper contract, proper employment contract. And then once the employee is in the business, then you use the verbal. Firstly, you communicate them to the rest of the team. Then you communicate them to the rest of your target audience. You specifically create this vision, this profile for this employee that says, Audrey is for communications and skills technique. Make sure that if you lack something, Audrey is the one to contact. Make sure that if you want to be proactive, idea generation is from this individual. So you need to create a buzz around your business. And this is by talking, and this is by presenting the people to your business. You need to write adverts here as well. So you need to pay attention to detail, need to have press releases, story ideas about your business. Starting a business is a time to get out and aggressively market this venture. And you need to know the difference between when to do it, how to do it, and why you are doing it is always going to be your fallback. If a campaign is not working, you're going to fall back on your vision, you're going to fall back on your why, and that is going to help you to achieve your long-term goals. You need to be able to be familiar with online
Audrey, you're breaking up. Audrey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now you're back. Thank you.
Yes.
No,
Oh,
no, you were breaking up,
okay.
but now you're back. Thanks.
Okay. When you learn how to promote your business, leveraging social media is key. Working with others and building a long-lasting relationship is a strong trait that you want to use. And many women, and may it be if they're successful or not, or whether they're working towards it, long-lasting relationships are very, very important. Create new partnerships among businesses like your own or the world opportunities that are out there, the market that's out there, and decide which are your competitors and which are you going to collaborate with, rather than competing with all of them. You need to learn how the others are doing it, and this you can do by expressing your verbal and written communication to the rest of the team, to the rest of the market, as well as to your competitors. And then another great skill, a soft skill that you will need to master on, is good organization and planning skills. Planning is everything, you know. Break up your business financial years years into quarters. You need to plan employee management. You need to plan customer management. When are you starting with this campaign? Very, very important. When are you aligning yourself with this female? Very, very important. When are you going to hire the next employee? When you plan it, it helps you set the right goals. It helps you set them actually and to follow them. Plan when to launch a product. Plan where you will hire the next employee. It eliminates overlapping as well. So I can assume that once you're an entrepreneur, you're gonna start small and you're gonna build up graphically, one step at a time. And you don't want to exhaust yourself by overlapping all these activities that could potentially, if it was in another frame, benefit you more financially than overlapping and taking too much on. So you need to plan. For when you focus on one task, then you give it your all. When you focus on one task, it allows you to become creative as well. You think about more ways to improve it. So just because you're a female and you want to show what you can do, you want to show that you are in the shoes, you don't want to scatter all your activities all around. I don't think that would be beneficial to you. You need to think strategically. You need to think ABC. You need to think with your mind. Example would be if you're a seamstress and you know how you want to get your brand out there. You want to show on social media that you made this dress and that dress and who was wearing it and what. But this can also put you in a disadvantage. Why? You can take on too much and your quality of your work will definitely decrease. You're going to be making small mistakes and your customers are not going to be happy with it. While you could have had these 2 or 3 individuals that you're working with at a time, you could have improved the quality of your product and you could have created satisfaction. So you need to plan out properly. And while it's winter, you don't really want to be making a summer dress. I would say you don't want to be making a summer dress for your customer. You want to be on top of the game as to what is happening in winter, what is leading, what would be the next trend. So look at all those ideas. Again, when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Another point would be leadership. Leadership basically means organizing and motivating a group of people to achieve a common objective. This objective can be innovation, it can be risk optimization, it can be taking advantage of opportunities and managing your organization. So they usually gain, you as an entrepreneur, you usually gain confidence through leadership experience. And this includes success as well as failures. You learn from something, and when it's working, you want to use that to the maximum and then to improve on that. So as a leader, as a female leader, you need to know when to delegate, give over, don't take too much on, start an idea and hand it over to your employees, to the next person, your collaborator, to execute. And this will help you improve time management. When you are on time, I swear, no one respects you enough. When you are on time, you can deliver, you can step up, you can show 100% for yourself. And I know that female leaders are usually questioned so much. Do you know what you are doing? Where did you learn this? How did you get this? There's so many areas that females are questioned in terms of leadership, but this can be done. Women are asked different questions that might seem challenging their authority, So always remain focused, have emotional intelligence, know what you've been planning, when you've been planning, and use either verbal or written communication to efficiently and effectively answer these questions, whether it's from your clients, whether it's from the market. And another thing that questions a female's leadership is called, or I can say it's called, the measurement of success is usually measured, if I can say, on a male success. What I mean by this is, once a female is successful, they measure it towards the success of a male. I don't think these two areas can ever be equal, even though the industries can be the same. But know that you run your own race as a leader. You set the pace as a leader for your business, for your organization. So that's very important. Don't let the market, your clients, compare your success to a male. Run your own race, and that you can only do by leading your team, making sure your team knows, equipping yourself with this leadership skills on running your own race and being your own leader. And then another thing that I see within leadership these days is women tend to be more cautious, and it backfires. Yes, you say, okay, I want to be bold. I want to enter the specific trade. I want to enter this specific, if I can say, organization or industry. But being more cautious, overthinking things can backfire. And then it looks like you're a leader without focus. And you aren't able to take calculated risk. So make sure that you do know what you're doing. And this goes back to planning. This goes back to making sure what your vision is and which direction you want to take. And with that, you make calculated risks instead of being cautious. Yes, you are cautious, thinking, okay, I hope this works, but let me trade on this market and not the next one. But once you've calculated the risk, to say, okay, this is what I can fall back on, and you let your team know, guys, we are going heads in this area. Go heads in. But once things turn out the way it turns out, let's make sure that it's a learning curve and it's not a failure for our business. So leadership, again, is very, very vital. You need to know which direction you're taking. You need to know how you're leading. Don't be dominant. Even if you have male employees at your work, there will be areas that your employees know more than you. And that's basically what I would say a leader is: somebody who listens more, somebody who asks for opinions, and somebody who runs their own race, not looking at the race. And yeah, The last one is basically empathy. Empathy is the understanding and sharing of the feelings of ourselves and of others. So what this means is we are all human, and what happens to me today can happen to you tomorrow. So you need to share that human element. It does not mean that if your employee is unhappy, you should be emotionally unbalanced because you are unhappy. Your employee is unhappy. You're thinking this employee is going to run away or not. But look at the types of empathies there are and then master your skills and align your skills towards that. Meaning, we have emotional empathy, we have cognitive empathy, and we have compassionate empathy. So emotional empathy is putting yourself in an emotional state to feel what others are feeling. So when your employee has been shamed in front of a customer for not using a specific uh, uh, program or a specific app while a client is there, and this client embarrasses your employee, try to align yourself to say, okay, let me put myself in my employee's shoes. I have not given my employee enough time to equipped or to master this program. And now it's backfiring on me because that specific client will not be satisfied with the service delivery and might not come back. So put yourself in that employee's shoes and say, okay, employee A, I understand that this was embarrassing for you. I understand that should you have been in a better position to handle the system, you would have done a better job. Understand, make your emotions and your feelings clear, and then do something about it. Then cognitive empathy is knowing how the other person feels and what they might be thinking. Yes, we can't exactly predict what somebody is thinking, but kind of saying, so if I launch this product to my client this time, what might they be thinking? What other products are out there that can cause a dissatisfaction to my product? So this is where you share your true feelings and also relate. Relate. I know how it feels to start a business without knowing all the steps. To start a business can be such a big havoc, but what's next? Let me, as Audrey, assist you in identifying and analyzing different steps that you need to take, for example, to get your business off the ground, to make money, to be proactive. How can I assist you? You know, I'm putting myself in your shoes. I'm truly sharing my feelings to say that it is difficult, you know, it is challenging, it is up and down, but use these tools. And once you have these tools, you can obviously move forward. And then the last one is compassionate. This is now when you feel compassion towards the next person, towards your employee. So make sure that when it comes to empathy, what happened to me today can happen to you tomorrow. So let's share that feeling. Let's not be emotionally unbalanced, but let's try to relate. I'm sure there's a lot of other soft skills needed to sharpen your skills in sales and communication. Find ways to make selling easy. Find techniques to make selling easy. Find better operation ways to make selling easy. And how do you do this? Communicate better. You know, take the first step, be the leader. Collaborate should you feel that you lack in this area. Let your other mentors and your prodigies assist you into communicating better towards the market, towards your customers, and use cheaper ways to get your message out there. Know the ins and outs of your business. Know emotional intelligence. When you are feeling emotionally imbalanced, know the difference. Motivate yourself. Don't be hard-headed and stubborn. It is, I can say it is without saying that once you enter using your emotions. Oh, guys, it's technology. Apologies, it's technology. But basically, those were specific traits and soft skills that I could dish out to you. Feel free to let me know what other soft skills you might think of and how we can add that to a platform where it's accessible to all females. And yeah, that is all from my side. Any questions? Let us hear, Mr. Katole.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Audrey. That was a very insightful presentation. Even me, I'm not a female entrepreneur, but I learned a thing or two, definitely. Yeah, no, we open up for questions, or anybody want to unmute their mic and ask some questions, please go ahead. Audrey's all ears.
It's very good to learn a thing or two. I would say that once you're preaching and you're teaching, but one person takes one or two things, it's an achievement. Really, really, it's an achievement. So does anyone have any questions? Nope, nothing.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I'm actually from Angola, and a friend of mine just dropped this to for me because I'm starting now a business and a foundation in Namibia, actually, and the presentation has been very insightful. And I will definitely come back to Mr. Johannes because my foundation will have a training institution, and most probably we can collaborate.
Okay.
Yeah, and that will be in Rondo, so I don't know how that's going to be, and then we'll talk about it. On the other hand, I'll drop my email so that Mr. Johannes can send me the courses available or trainings that can be done online and present.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very thankful. I'm really thankful.
Sorry, we didn't get your name.
Bilonia.
Okay.
Bilonia Magalhães. Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Kautele, I hope you took that down.
Yeah. No, thank you.
In terms of the training, you say it's in Rundu. Do make sure that you do proper market research.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is this needed? How can you push forward to get this a necessity for those people who are in Rundu? I think that's a very good starting area. And yeah, I wish nothing but the best for your business. I mean, I still think there is opportunity to do proper, efficient, and effective business here in Namibia. So good luck and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And then I have somebody who's saying, how do I push my product across cheaply? It depends what your product is, first of all. Second of all, it depends your operations to create that product. You know, if it's more expensive, then I mean, you need to have a balance. You need to be cutting costs evenly. So if you're selling your product at the same price that you're making it, that is another evaluation that you'll need to look at. And then is this product a necessity or not? That's also another point that you need to be looking at. So do make sure that you know your niche market so that you know, are these people that have money? Are these people that don't have money? And that will also help you push your products across cheaply in terms of pricing. So that's all I can say from my side on that one. Mr. Katol, if you want to add anything. Okay, hello. Mr. Katole? Hello?
We can hear you, ma'am. Sorry. We
Yes.
can hear. Yeah, sorry about that.
No, no, I was saying.
I had muted my mic.
Okay, no, that's I can say from my side in terms of how to push product across cheaply. I don't know if you have anything to add on that.
Oh no, 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 I don't have anything to add on that. But I was saying that Miss Trisha M, her hand is up. Maybe she wants to say something. Yeah.
Hello, good morning. I actually
Okay.
joined a bit late, but I would like to make a comment based on the skills needed in sales and communication, where we spoke about emotional intelligence and confidence. I'm also in the business of
Yeah.
here and there selling a few stuff, and really there's that thing of sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't work out. And I think there is where it comes with the market that I'm selling in, the prices. There are a lot of things when it comes to selling, but I believe that when you are emotionally intelligent, when you believe in yourself, you first have to believe in the product that you are actually selling, so that you can also believe in the future where you are taking this product to. When you believe in all of these products, I feel the confidence comes like automatically, because you believe in what you are doing and you believe that it will take you far. So I'm actually grateful, Audrey, for the presentation, because I'm also going to take a few things back so that I can plan to not fail. I need to achieve my goals. I need to put it on paper. That's also one of the things that I have learned. So I'm just grateful for the presentation.
Oh, thank you. Like I said, we are glad that you took a few pointers off. This can only be for the betterment of your product and your operations. So use these platforms, use social media, and be aware of how you're portraying your business and your product out there. That does help a lot. And I did take note from your point of view on confidence in your product, having confidence in you. Nothing comes easy, I can say, especially if you're female in this business, in this industry. It is what it is. There's no other way to put it. So yes, put your best foot forward and yeah, make the most of it. I mean, enjoy it while you're doing it too.
Thank you, Ms. Audrey. I think no, the comments are very very lively. Thanks everybody for the questions. I'm sure maybe there's more questions. Okay. In the absence of any further questions, yeah, no, I want to thank you, Ms. Audrey, for the presentation. As I said, I also learned a thing or two. I don't think it's just for female entrepreneurs, but entrepreneurs in general. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think there's one comment there from Miss Katrina Matthews. She's
yes. My name is Katrina Matthews. I'm a
Go ahead, ma'am. Sorry, go ahead.
My name is Katrina Matthews. I'm a visual arts designer as well as a speaker. Thank you, Audrey and Mr. Katole. I just want to add that in the process of learning, be willing to teach and train others. You learn the process. Yes, Katrina, the student becomes the teacher. The more you teach something, the better you understand it, understand your business, you understand your product, you understand strengths and your weaknesses. So that is also very important. Thank you for pointing that out as well. It's a very important to have as well, and it's a soft skill that you can acquire and make it a part of your personal trait. So that's a good one. Yes, thank you.
No, the discussion is very good. I mean, I might even look into turning this this into a training in the near future. So, Ms. Audrey, please, we might be contacting you for a training for this particular webinar.
Yes,
Um,
yes, Mr. Katole. Oh, there's someone with a question. Yes, you may continue.
I'd like to know, maybe since I joined a bit late, maybe you touched on it, but competitive advantage. I mean, we see that there are a lot of different or same products being sold in different places across the country. You find that Trisha will be selling pot A and Audrey will also be selling the same pot A. Where does the competitive advantage come in? Does it mean because I know a lot of people, Audrey's one won't sell, or how do you think we can enhance our own competitive advantage so that at least our products get sold and it's not a thing of, yeah, I'm just buying and then the stock is just there. Does it come down to marketing, more marketing or going out there? What would you advise?
Okay, so the way I understand competitive advantage is the process of evaluating your customers' products, their brand awareness, their weaknesses and their strengths, and their current position in the market as well as yours. So competitive advantage basically in plain terms means there's 10,000 people selling the same thing. But I would say what sets your product and business apart from the rest? That can be in line with how do you communicate with your clients? What is your niche? Yes, we could all be selling shoes, but remember, I can say my shoes are worth 10,000, yours is worth 5,000. So my target audience is different than the one of yours. And how I communicate to them is I would use much more client-based relationships, client-based network. So I would rather set up like a mini pop-up, have my shoes displayed there, instead of just selling it on WhatsApp to the people I know. So I would say that is one of the competitive advantages that you can use to differentiate yourself from the next person. And then always remember to add a bit of value, and a bit of value works with after sales. If you have the shoes, why are you not adding something that will clean your shoes? Why are you not adding that will help the shoes smell better? Because maybe the person loves the shoes and they'll be wearing it all the time. So why are you not adding that extra value to clean the shoes? Something that helps the shoes smell better. Yeah, so you need to look at it as what do I have that I can add as an extra to make sure that my product is the one owning a higher share. So that's your niche. That can be your niche. It can be added value. Make sure that after you sell your shoes to the specific product, you come back and you tell them, listen, I know you took a brown one, but I'm having a sale on pink ones, and the pink ones are in market for summer. They're in market for spring. So why don't you take a pink one at a discounted price?
And then also probably
yeah.
Sorry, I'm not cutting you, Audrey. Also probably get feedback from the customers after sales.
Exactly.
How do you find it so that you can also post these things on social media platforms? What also worked for me, not that I'm a very brilliant seller or anything, but I have an Instagram page.
Yeah.
And then I ran an advert. The advert helped me so much because it could run across, not just Namibia, it could run beyond the borders, but not that I can really send my product probably to South Africa or Angola right now. But the marketing, what happens, the marketing aspect of the advert is that people that are interested in that same brand, let's say now the pots that I sell, people that are interested in getting pots or that always look at pots whenever there are adverts running on Instagram, those people are now attracted to my advert, and they'll be able to see my advert go across the platform. And then I would get more likes, and then I would get more people that are also interested in buying from me. So I think marketing also plays a very big role, even if you have to pay a little bit more it goes far further.
Yes. No, thank you. Do share. You are right. Once somebody realizes that, yo, these pots are actually international, I bet you that they're going to buy more. So it won't just be a thing of, do I need this pot or do I not? It will be a thing of, I need to have it. It is status. It's happening. It's trending. I want to be a part of it. I want to take it and I want to post it as well. So marketing does play a big role. You need to make sure that your client knows, I cannot live without this product, I should be able to have it, and I should be on the status quo, and I should be able to use this product to the best of my advantage, and make sure that I'm seen or I'm linked to this specific product actually. Yeah. So marketing does play a big role. Where it is marketed also plays a big role. You are using Instagram. Others don't feel that Instagram is really their place of network. And when it's skill orientated, you'd rather use like a LinkedIn. People want to be associated with somebody that is international or somebody that has a higher status quo. So yeah, marketing does play a big role.
Thank you, Audrey.
Yeah, thank you. So, Mr. Katole.
Yes, Miss Audrey.
Yeah. In terms of having another training, we would need different, very skilled entrepreneurs to tell us how to do in marketing and sales. I have a question here. The question is, being a young entrepreneur, I heard one lady speaking about selling and making it here and there, something in the line of that, okay? My question is, how does one deal with consistency in a business market that's on and off, or that puts you on and off there? First of all, business is like that. 1 month is high, the next month is low. But consistency means keep doing what you're doing until you see results. Being high up there, low sales down here, does not mean that you need to stop. The first thing that you need to do is look at your strategies. When it's high, what season is it? When it's high, what is happening around in that market? And constantly use that for the low season. Number two, find out why it's low. You can always go back to your customers. Like we mentioned before, feedback is very important. Always go back to the market, see your competitors. Are they doing something around the time you are doing something? It depends. And consistency also goes hand in hand with you need to breathe, eat, sleep, your product, your service, your business. Wherever you are, you need to network that well. You need to make collaboration so that when it's low, you can substitute that low with something else. So depending on your product, substitute that low. For example, if you car wash industry, there's nothing you can do about a rain. Rain gonna come whether you're washing cars or not. However, add that extra value to, let me have a shop here, let me have a car wash low. People like taking selfies and people like showing boom, boom. So you can use those of little trades and strategies to equalize the low for when it's high. Use focused discussion. If car washes are not working at a specific location, why can't you pick up your vacuum and your hose pipe or whichever you are using and go wash the car where it's at? That is extra value. That is being there where the service is required. So if anyone wants to add on that, you can add on it. But I would say, looking at your type of business, try to find strategies to equalize the lows with the lows. And consistency, eat, breathe, sleep that product. Make sure you network, you do collaborations, and yeah. So that was the questions. I hope I answered the question.
All right, thank you, Ms. Audrey. The discussions are very fruitful. see Miss Katrina also just commented here. PM Matthews. That's a Instagram account. I'll definitely take that down. Even PM Creations. PM Creations, I'll definitely I'll follow you on both platforms. And then again, follow us, Diamond Training, with all our platforms, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Please follow us, and then also follow Majestic Talks. I'm sure you have a platform on Facebook and on all the social media pages.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Katole. Yes, don't forget to choose the winners. I'll be bringing the products to you. I'm sure that Petrina must be one of the winners. I mean, she's been actively commenting. So remember, if you set a question for us on audio, please do comment as well so that we can get your profile, get your name, and then contact you to deliver these products. Hope you appreciate it. This has been a first time web seminar for me. Ms. Audrey Chavas on Majestic Talks. Be empowered, be motivated, be inspired in terms of skills needed in sales and communication. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we shall still take this further. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Audrey. It was really a pleasure. I mean, it doesn't look like it was your first time. It was you're regular. Regular. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and then we will we'll update you if we decide to make this into a course, which we'll probably do. Okay.
All right. Thank you.